Pesa muhimu kubya tubo. Nataka watu kuna pesa.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this session that is Career Talk offered by RCM Online College. You are highly welcome to this session here, and I believe you are able to hear me clearly from your side. I believe you are able to hear me clearly from your side. And kindly inform your friends that you want to start this session and they should now join. Kindly inform your friends that you want to start this session and they should now start joining this meeting. Okay, so as we wait for others to join, as we proceed, there are those who requested for the YouTube link. It is already shared in that group, so you can just follow that link and also watch the same session in the YouTube. So our main area of focus, one is going to be on how to select the courses Of course, at the end of this session, we also give you the document that contains all courses which you can do based on your grades and even interest. So you will go through that document, check what is good for you. After this talk, I believe you will be able to make an informed decision about the courses that you are supposed to do. So I want to share that document here. I want to share that document here with us so that we see the information relating to the courses that you are supposed to pick from. So these documents are two. One is for those whose grades can enable them to do degree courses and those who will be starting at the diploma level. So confirm that you are able to see my screen. Confirm that you are able to see my screen. Confirm that you are able to see my screen through the chat box. Confirm if you are able to see my screen through the chat box. So if you look at this document here, these courses have been classified, and also we have a section where the universities offering these courses are listed. So the first column, we have the course code. That's what you are going to use when you apply for these courses. The second one is now the course name. Then the other columns now represents the cutoff points. The other column now represents the cutoff points. So initially, you are supposed to calculate these cutoff points manually. Then you check if your grade allows you to do a given course. And by seeing that that was an hectic work, the placement board decided to automate or adjust their system such that your work is just to select the courses and it automatically calculates that for you. The only thing you will be able to see that it either accepts or rejects your options based on your grades that qualifies for the cutoff points. So remember, these cutoff points entails units or subjects that are compulsory in a specific course. It contains all the subjects that are needed in a specific course. So it does not represent the aggregate points that you got in your KCSE. Remember, in your KCSE, grading was done using 7 units or subjects, but of course, that aggregate points or the aggregate points which you earned in your KCSE is not what you are seeing here as the cutoff points. No, this one here is now entailing the specific subjects that are needed in that specific course. And therefore, if you look at this point here, the first grade, as you can see, this document will be shared with you. We have, that is a Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Arts is offered by these universities here. So we have Egerton University, Kisii University, Chuka University, Kenyatta University, Pwani University, and all these ones here in that specific list. This university might use different names or different codes for this course, but basically it is Bachelor of Arts. They might have difference in names, but it is basically Bachelor of Arts. If you go to the second course, we have Bachelor of Architectural Studies, stroke Bachelor of Architecture. So these are the only universities that are offering that course. So we have Technical University of Mombasa, Technical University of Kenya, JKUAT, that's Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, University of Nairobi, and Kenyatta University. So as you can see, the names might be different, but all of them are falling under Bachelor of Architecture. Third course is Bachelor of Quantity Surveying. We have Bachelor of Science, that is also Quantity Survey, Bachelor of Arts Design, Bachelor of Arts Anthropology, Bachelor of Actual Science, and the universities that offers that course. So first of all, having gone through this list, you'll be able to see all the universities and all the programs that are offered by the universities in Kenya. So that will be the first step. We'll be able to see the universities offering these courses and even the courses themselves. So this column here, this second column after the serial number column, is very important. Why is it important? Once you identify the course, which you are going to do, then this is the code which will enter there. This is the code which you are going to use, not writing the course name. So once you enter this code, the system, the placement board portal will automatically detect the type of the course and even the type of the university. It will also be able to tell you whether you meet the minimum requirements of taking that specific course, whether you meet the minimum requirements of taking that specific course. So that is for those people who qualified for direct entry to university. We have a similar document for those who are going to do diploma. We have a similar document for those who are going to do diploma, and I would like to share the same with you. I would like to share the same with you here so that you see what I am talking about. So for those who are going to do diploma courses, here is the same document that is having the course and the minimum grade requirement. So for example, we have here diploma in engineering. Your overall grade should be C-. You must have C- in English. Then physics or mathematics, you must have C-. So these are the diploma in mechanical engineering. All engineering courses or all courses falling under engineering is now listed down here. After the engineering category, we'll move to technical. So technical courses, diploma in land surveying, you must have a mean grade of C-. That is C- in English and also C- in mathematics. Physics is also compulsory there. So the same document will also share with you this one here. For those who are already in our WhatsApp group, you'll be able to access this link to make your choices and even see the courses that you can do based on your grade. So what you also need to know, this application process will be announced later after the Ministry of Education shall have done the final placement so that you will be able to do your application. For the application window or the portal to allow you to apply, it must be officially announced by the CS for education at the right time, once they shall have been ready with doing the preparations and even placing all students to the respective institutions of higher learning. So having done that, gone through the documents, you now want to start doing your application. You want to start now doing your application. There are some things that maybe you did not find privilege to have during your high school study. And these are some of the things that you need to have now in place. These are some of the things that you now need to have in place. So number one, for you to apply for help to help you do your studies, one, you must have a national ID. You must have a national ID, which I believe majority of you are already having personal ID or identification document. So once you have that ID, then you qualify to apply for help to help you finance your studies. In the process of applying for help, what are the documents or items which you need? What are the documents or items that you need? So let me share with you what you are expected to have for you to apply for help. So requirement number one, you must have a copy of national ID, very important. Two, you must have an active Gmail account or Gmail address. You must have KRA PIN. You must have KRA PIN. That is a requirement. Remember, help is a loan, so it is an agreement. It is binding you between the help. It is a binding agreement between you and the government through help. So you must have KRA PIN, copy of fee structure. That is to the institution where you are going to study. Once you've made your applications, you've received your calling letter or admission letter to a given institution, then you must have a copy of school fees. Then you have passport size photograph is a requirement, copy of admission letter to confirm that actually you need that money to do your studies. So you must give admission letter, copy of KCSE result slip, stroke certificate. Of course, by the time you'll be doing your application, or by the time you're going to apply for help, your certificates, your result slip, or to do the application. Copy of parents' ID, attach evidence if deceased. So if your two parents are not there, you have to attach a document as an evidence, that is the certificate. If you have it, you'll have to attach that. Copy of two guarantors' ID cards. You must attach the documents for the guarantors. And something that you must note, it is a requirement, it is compulsory that you provide two guarantors. If you provide one and you omit the other, that one leads to automatic disqualification. You will not be able to get approved for help if you only provide one guarantor. So that one is very important. Of course, a functional mobile contact, you must have a phone or a contact where these people will be able to reach you. And To be safe, ensure that this phone is registered using your national ID. Ensure that this phone or the mobile number that you're going to provide is registered using your personal ID. Functional email account, of course, is this one here, number 2. So that one is already taken care of. Then note that all the documents listed must be attached. If you fail to provide any of these documents here, then automatically ELB will disqualify you and you will not be able to get that loan. So as you've seen the list here, we have requirement number 3. Applicants must have KRA PIN. Applicants must have KRA PIN. So what are the items which you need for you to apply for KRA PIN? For you to apply for KRA PIN, you must have copy of national ID, very important. So that one is a requirement. An active email account, very important. Functional mobile contact, very important, and functional email account. You can't have or apply for KRA PIN if you don't have an email account. So this one also is now a very important item that you need to apply for your KRA PIN. Okay. Remember, if you are applying for ELB, this is money that will be sent. Part of it will be sent to your account or sent to you, and part of it will be sent to the institution directly to your fee account. So because this one is money, and remember, people are distributed in Kenya all over, they will not be able to come to your school and distribute this money physically. They will not be able to come to your school and distribute this money physically. And therefore, they are going to use a platform. Which platform is this? They need you to have a bank account. They need you to have a bank account so that they can be able to send this money to you. Now that bank account is needed, what do you need to have a bank account? What do you need to have a bank account? Let's now get to this place. For you to have bank accounts, you must have copy of ID, very important. You now need KRA PIN, is again needed here. Functional mobile contact, functional email account, original ID. When you are going to apply for this account, you visit any bank that is within your locality. You visit any bank, and remember, having carried the photocopy, you must have the original ID card with you. There's some amount that they will need for you to have to open that account. Of course, it will be part of the amount being credited to your bank account. They don't charge you anything to open a bank account, but this amount which I've indicated here will be part of the money already credited into your bank account. So before we proceed, can I allow you to ask questions? Any question relating to what I've just talked about? Any question relating to what I've just talked about? You can type your question in the chat box there. You can type your question in the chat box there so that we see on how to respond to it. Any question? can also unmute and ask the same question. You can unmute yourself and ask that question. Yes, do we have any question? Do you have any question? Okay, so for the for the items that I've just mentioned here, that is the documents needed for you to apply for L. Of course, there's some information which you just need or you will be able to get once you are now able to apply for the colleges and universities that you qualify for based on your grades and the courses which you need to do. So this one here, the application for L will now come at a later stage. It will now come at a later stage. So what you need to have right now, what you need to have in place, so that once the placement window is opened, you will be able to apply, is you must have KRA PIN, because as you've seen, almost everything is revolving around this KRA PIN. Almost everything is revolving around this KRA PIN. So for you to apply for KRA PIN, these are the documents that you need to have. These are the documents that you need to have. And of course, we will also offer this service to you. What we need is just a copy of the applicant ID. What are we going to extract from that ID? We need date of issue, we need the ID number, we need the name of the applicant, and also location, some location, district, so that we help you have a KRA PIN. Once you have your KRA PIN, you can now proceed to open bank account, because the requirements for having a bank account is not attached to your results, is not attached to your results or anything to do with L. You can have these two without getting your results slip, or even the application window is open. So you can have these two as early as possible. Any question pertaining to that? Any question pertaining to that? Any question pertaining to that? Let me allow you to unmute yourself. You can ask a question. Just go down there in that meeting, ask a question, you type it, or you can unmute yourself, then you speak out the question that you'd like us to respond to. Okay, so having done that, let me now take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Joshua Aura, who will now take over this session.
You're not asking. Great. Yes, habari zenu. Mnakaa kunyamaza sana hawa wanafunzi. Hawaongei kwa nini? People are not asking questions. We thought this event would go for more than even 2 hours, but given the way it is progressing, with good presentation from my colleague Clinton Omondi, then mine will basically be to, first of all, introduce myself. My name is Dr. Joshua Aura. By profession, I'm a civil engineer who ended up becoming an accountant. Was it by mistake? By mistake, yes. Because I remember in those old days, when I was doing my civil engineering, I got a very good mentor who told me that, hey, where we are heading towards, you can't survive with only one qualification. You can't survive with only one course. You would need, in this case, here to be multifaceted. And that is how I ended up registering for CPA classes alongside with my civil engineering. Unfortunately, before I even cleared my civil engineering, I had CPA part. We used to call them levels, section 1 up to 6. They're not complaining. They're not complaining. Are you guys able to hear Mwalimu? Are you guys able to hear Mwalimu here? Are you guys able to hear Mwalimu? Yes. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I was doing my civil engineering. If I can just recap very fast, as somebody told me I wasn't very clear. I did my civil engineering and I got some good person at Strathmore called Dr. McPhee, who told me you need to be doing what we call CPA. So I cleared CPA. I never stopped there. I went ahead and started doing a course called ACCA. ACCA is an excellent international accounting examination body. In full, ACCA stands for Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. So once you do it, ACCA has partnered with various universities globally. When you do it and you clear their foundations level, ACCA has partnered with Oxford Brookes University, such that you will be given an undergraduate degree called Bachelor of Science in Applied Accounting. After that, you'll be able to finish your entire ACCA. And then, of course, once you finish your entire ACCA, ACCA as an examination body has made arrangements with the University of London for ACCA graduates to do only 2 papers and they get a master's like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here really to give you about like what qualifications do you need to become a doctor. How many points do you need for you to be able to do a civil engineering course or a mechanical engineering or quantity surveying? I'm not here to do that because that has already been given to us by my friend here, Omondi. Mine is basically to tell you what I was told over 23 years ago, where somebody told me in this particular era, which is quite competitive, and ensure that as you do some qualification here, like if QS, quantity survey is your main qualification, by the side, have some secondary qualification that you're also doing. And of course, accountancy fits the bill. If, for example, today you are doing mechanical engineering and you happen to be a good accountant, organizations like PwC, which are global auditing organizations, will be able to hire you so that you will be auditing mechanical engineering companies, right? If you're a doctor today and you do some form of CPA, you don't even have to clear the whole of it. If you do some form of CPA, then at the end of the day, at the hospital, you will have to sit at management level. You'll have to sit at management level. Why? Because you understand the language of finances. Remember, at the board level, people don't discuss about diseases. Diseases, treatment, etc. Those are what here? Those are at the primary level, operations level, where doctors are treating. But up there at the board level, basically, we are looking at resource allocation. We are looking at planning, stroke budgeting for the entire hospital or for entire entity that you're working for. And as such, CPA skills become handy. In CPA, we teach very, very important skills, like what we call project planning, project management, in a subject called quantitative analysis, where we tell you that if you want to plan for a particular project, then you need to come up with activities. These activities here draw, for example, what we call a project network, which will straight away yield to what we call a Gantt chart. So the moment you are able to know this activity was to be done from this date to this date, then automatically you are operationalizing a project. So really from CPA, that is one thing I'll never regret. I got so many skills while doing CPA. And because of the CPA knowledge that I did, right now I work for international companies, right? I also run a very successful college called RCM Online College, RCM Online College. We are a virtual college, which supports over 2,000 students in East Africa. Like we have here, I'm surprised, I don't know why he decided to join in. We have here Mayom Gore. Mayom Gore is joining us from Southern Sudan. He's been our CPA student for some time. He has now cleared his CPA papers. He is on to the practical analytics paper. Why am I giving you that story? These are gentlemen who joins us from Southern Sudan every day to study with us. And now the world has changed, especially for those students who will come into the accounting as a profession. As a profession, the accounting role has changed and it has gone online 100%. If you talk of SAP, you talk of ERP systems. He has just left maybe, okay? You talk of ERP systems, etc. Then, ladies and gentlemen, all those are now being done at the cloud level. And that is why from the word go, if possible, please, for some of these secondary courses, ensure that you study in colleges that are offering them online. So you can start using tools like Zoom in advance, get to know how to share screens, get to know many things which are really required in this particular online or digital era. So that is it. I'm a man of few words. Not unless there is somebody who has got specific questions, I would want us to end it there. So CPA is a major course that we offer. CPA is a major course that we offer, right? At RCM Online College. However, you can still get many other courses online. And if you're interested in registering with us, please do not hesitate calling our numbers 0719 525,000. 0719 525,000. I saw Anne raising her hand. I don't know whether you raised your hand, Anne. By mistake, well understood. Thank you very much. And of course, in case of anything, we are here to mentor you. So the take home is that don't rely on only one course. For the many years that I've been in this business, I know at the end of the day, you are doing a particular course. When, for example, you hit your 40s, you'd want to run a business. How do you run your business? How do you run a business without accounting skills? You'll have to hire accountants. Some of them will be cheating you. If I were you, I would do some form of accounting. Otherwise, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure hosting you this evening. Bye-bye. Bye.